really, really trying to be as respectful as I possibly can be towards LeBron James. One of the top 2 or 3 players in the history of basketball, number 2 in my eyes. A treasure to the game of basketball that we should and will all miss when he is gone. I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. The first game of the season, opening night, the Griffeys in attendance, father-son duo playing in an NBA game for the first time, an absolutely positively wonderful story. And then reality sets in. We love what we're seeing from him in the G League because that's where you belong. As you hone your skills and you get better and you legitimately earn, which I believe he has the potential to do. I am rooting for Bronny James. But he's LeBron James' son, and everybody knows what attention that brings. Right now, Bronny James is averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son. Now let me tell you what I feel. What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James.
Stephen A. Smith is never short on bold takes, but nobody expected to see him in a courtside standoff with LeBron James. In the middle of a fast-paced Lakers versus Knicks game, cameras panned to an unexpected moment. LeBron approaching Stephen A. with words that, according to Stephen A. himself, weren't exactly TV-friendly. It all happened in a flash, yet it instantly went viral, leaving fans across social media buzzing about what sparked the confrontation and how Stephen A. would respond. People in the arena barely noticed at first. One moment, the Lakers were preparing for a crucial possession. The next, LeBron was walking straight towards Stephen A. Smith. Onlookers saw quick gestures, firm expressions, and then LeBron returned to the bench like nothing happened. But for Stephen A., the tension was all too real. He later revealed that LeBron confronted him about comments he'd made regarding Bronny James. Comments Stephen A. insists were never meant to target Bronny personally. Once the clip hit social media, speculation exploded. Some believe Stephen A. must have crossed a line. Others argued LeBron was overreacting. The only certainty? This was no ordinary sideline chat. When Stephen A. finally addressed the incident on Feel Good Friday, he painted a clearer picture. LeBron wasn't an NBA icon in that moment. He was a father defending his son. According to Stephen A., the confrontation felt personal, not professional, with LeBron voicing serious displeasure over any perceived criticism of Bronny. Yet Stephen A. stood firm on one point. His job is to analyze the public statements and actions of top athletes, and sometimes that includes how star players speak about their families. He emphasized that he'd never trash a young player, much less a high school or college kid trying to find his way. Instead, he was calling out the increased spotlight LeBron's words can bring to Bronny. In Stephen A.'s view, that pressure comes from LeBron's own public promises, like wanting to share an NBA roster with his son. Even Stephen A. admitted he had no intention of making the confrontation a story. He only spoke up when phone calls and text messages flooded in, confirming that the footage had gone viral. By then, the damage was done. Sports fans and gossip outlets were all clamoring for Stephen A's side of the story. Why LeBron would air his grievances so publicly and what it said about their relationship. Social media chatter quickly fractured into two camps. Those who praised LeBron for defending Bronny from any negative spin, and those who felt Stephen A had every right to analyze a basketball icon's public remarks. In either case, the conversation fed into a viral news cycle, one that overshadowed much of the actual game. While Stephen A and LeBron aren't best friends, neither seemed eager to escalate things further. Stephen A repeated on air that he respected LeBron as a father and understood his anger, but he still stood by his role as a top sports commentator. If something's happening in the NBA, especially involving a high-profile name like LeBron, he believes it's his responsibility to speak on it. As for LeBron, he's known for wearing many hats: MVP, team leader, and most crucially, dad to a rising basketball prospect. He's often praised for how he balances family with superstar demands. The courtside confrontation suggests he's willing to confront anyone he feels threatens that balance, even if it's one of the most prominent voices in sports media. Within hours, clips of the incident racked up countless views on every major platform, propelling Stephen A to trending status. Fans dissected the confrontation from every angle, with some lip-reading possible phrases, while others criticized both men for letting a private matter spill into the public eye. Still, Stephen A's explanation on Feel Good Friday seemed to calm some of the frenzy. He made it clear there's no lasting beef, just a moment of misunderstanding in a very public arena. But in an NBA world that thrives on headlines, it's anyone's guess whether this story truly ends here or reignites when either party mentions Bronny again. Stephen A's livelihood depends on discussing every angle of the NBA, even when it involves a player's family. LeBron, on the other hand, has openly shared his dream of suiting up alongside his son, making Bronny's journey a hot topic. Where should the line be drawn? Is it fair game to talk about a player's public comments on their child's future, or is that always going to stir personal feelings? In this clash, Stephen A stood by the principle of honest commentary, while LeBron acted from a place of parental protection. Their courtside moment sparked a debate far beyond basketball stats, touching on the delicate balance between media scrutiny and personal boundaries.